Hello, and welcome to Rose Play Presents episode 42. As always, I'm your host, Aurian MoonRose, and today joining me once more, my co-host, Soul Wildfire. So, here on Rose Play Presents, we do a little bit of everything, from interviews with content creators and game developers, interviews, I said interviews already, events like E3, Comic-Con, stuff like that, movie reviews maybe just chit-chats about Gotham, or maybe just recaps. Anything can happen here on Rose Play Presents. Instead of having a season's worth of episodes of game and then 3 special episodes, every episode's a special episode. Today we continue the E3 2017 with the Sony PlayStation Conference. I think it was the Sony Conference, but you know what? It's still PlayStation. So, first thing off the bat, like I mentioned in our last video, Sony's presentation to die for. There was like fake snow. There was like waterfalls. There was cool little effects that were being done at the theater. Like, I mean, this conference really, I mean, in my personal opinion, I think even when we get to the end and do which conference did the best or what they did, I think Sony won.
Yeah.
Like 110%. So of course there were some things that were played first to start with. And actually I want to talk about Sony's press conference a little bit. There really wasn't a press conference. Like when Microsoft was like, we're gonna show off 42 new trailers, at least people came out and talked. Sony was like, somebody came out like after like the 5th trailer. It was like, so we got a lot ahead, so let's just get back right into it. It was like all trailers. I think Sony was just like, we just need to show trailers and make our environment look awesome. But even though there was hardly any talk, it was still probably the best, for sure. Is there anything you want to add to the conference? Your thoughts on it or whatnot in general first?
Nah, mine pretty much went all the way with you on everything.
Alright, so let's get into what Sony thought we needed to get into, the game. So the first one was Days Gone, which, okay, it was previewed last year at E3 as well. But this time it did it a lot different. As where last year you were fighting a whole horde of zombies that were coming at you like Left 4 Dead style. This year it was also focusing on humans as the enemies as well, with the ability of the zombies. Now, I'm not going to say too much on this because, I mean, it's really last year's trailer. We threw this in more for her because, well, just cuz. So tell me your thoughts on the gameplay trailer, the zombies, and all your thoughts on this.
Well, it looks really hard, that's for sure, with all the zombies running after you. But actually, it looks more like a stealth game to me. Like you just have to get around them.
Yeah.
And then just shoot them and shoot them and shoot them. But like, I think they put that many because they're so easy to go down.
Yeah, and I think that's what they did was like, you can take out a zombie with a 1 bullet, so we're just gonna give you hundreds.
Yeah.
So it simulates fear. But yeah, no, you're right. It did seem like it did involve a lot of stealth because the zombies can't see you or something. But yeah, no, that's really neat because, I mean, if your stealth screws up like in any game, like Splinter Cell, Conviction, they come after you and just, yeah, it's going to be amazing, I think. I think Days Gone is still going to be very, very amazing. So next up, one that really surprised me, and her actually, was Monster Hunter World, which was like had a dragon or something, but it looked so realistic and cool. You were like, even you were on board. You're like, hell yeah. And I knew about Monster World, but this looks nothing like the Monster Worlds that I've seen. So, big, massive improvement, but there really wasn't much to talk about other than the fact that the combat looked amazing.
Yeah.
This next one was more for me. She did think the graphics looked cool, which, of course, they really did originally for PS2. They're remastering the Shadow of the Colossus. And I think I know what she really did enjoy about it was the hulking beasts and being able to tower them. And who doesn't want to fight something that's like 10 feet tall?
Yeah.
Alright, so I mean, there was that. So, I mean, I'm looking very forward to a remake of Shadow of the Colossus. So the next one was more hers. I mean, it does look cool, but she was okay with it with the virtual reality horror, The Inpatient, which I believe took place at a mental institution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm going to move this one over to you about your thoughts on it, what you thought was cool and whatnot that you remember.
Well, I just, like, really, really want to try out, like, the horror games when it comes to virtual reality and actually being there, because, like, it's like, it brings a whole new level of fear, I think.
It does.
And this one especially, like, you're going to be in a mental institution, and I've always wanted to actually go to one. And so that would be like having the experience without actually going there. So I thought it'd be really neat, yeah.
Okay, so you always wanted to go to a haunted mental institution? Okay, I wasn't 100% sure. I'm like, wow,
no,
folks.
not because
I kind of
because I'm
figured.
crazy or anything.
No, understandable. So yeah, no, I completely agree with you with the new fear, new level. Because, I mean, at least when you're playing the game, I mean, even if it's a first-person game, like that Outlast game that you played a little bit of, you know, yeah, it's first person, but you can only see so much, but then you look around and it ruins the environment. Like, you're literally in it. So if all of a sudden you just turn a little bit and all of a sudden there's this hand and you look at it like, oh my god! Yeah, it's going to be a whole new level of fear, like you said. I 100% agree with that. The next one, which was my number one pick last year, made a return. So I wasn't going to talk about, but she really liked the whole thing too. It at least looks semi-realistic. They started showing the branching paths again, which was Detroit Become Human, which is done by Quantic Theory. I forget the name of the company, but they did like Heavy Rain and Indigo Prophecy. Their games are really realistic. Like the way they show how there's so many branching choices, like 18, 22, 34, different choices just for wanting to smoke a cigarette. You're like, what? Really? But, I mean, it still looks amazing. But again, I think this is one of those things that I'll jump over to her because I saw this last year and it wasn't really anything too new for me, just a new method. So, over to you on this.
Well, there's not much I can say either besides the choices. I've always liked choice games, especially when you can choose what to say, like, am I going to be a complete dick, or am I going to be, you know...
Yeah, and that's true. I think in any game, that's what most gamers want is full choice like that. Like The Walking Dead. The reason why Walking Dead or Until Dawn did so well was just for the fact that, you know, yeah, each game can kind of be the same gameplay, but everybody's going to have their own different personality style. So, I mean, I think that's what really flourishes the Let's Plays, is games like those.
Yeah.
And I think Detroit Become Human, if it follows through with its whole thing, unlike Fable, who's like, oh, we're going to have massive choices, and then it really was kind of... Don't get me wrong, I liked Fable. I really liked Fable a lot. But when they had the whole choice mechanism in place, it was supposed to be a lot better than what it actually turned out to be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if Detroit Humans follows this, it could be something amazing. And finally, the game that I think will take the number one spot for us both, just as the top 5 games when we get to them, is Marvel Spider-Man! Okay, so I think we both have different things to talk about on this. So I'm going to go first on this one. And, I mean, first of all, when I saw... I mean, last year you did see a trailer for the Marvel Spider-Man game. And it looked alright. You're like, woohoo, Spider-Man. But then there's been so many Spider-Man games. I'm not saying the Spider-Man games have been bad, but they just haven't lived up to something like Batman. But this game looks like it could be Batman reskinned with Spider-Man. The cutscenes were great, the action sequences, the whole press L2R2 save people, don't save people. The combat runs smoothly, in my opinion. I know you had a certain favorite part, so I'm definitely going to leave that for you, but you're the bigger Spider-Man fan. So I expect you're going to, like, geek out here in a few moments. But, I mean, just everything about this Spider-Man game looks semi-amazing. So, let's go over to our Cub reporter, who loves Spider-Man, and let's hear her geek out on just about probably the entire thing.
Well, I've always been a fan of Spider-Man, but I have to agree though that it is way better looking than the other the other Spider-Man games, because those were nice too, but they had nothing like riding on top of a helicopter and shooting webs to stop it, you know.
Oh, I know, right? and like when he had to stop that propeller by swinging it up and then putting it on a building.
That was definitely cool, and swinging on a guy and then he just flies. You just don't know where he goes.
Yeah. What was it? What was it? A little structure that he swung down around, came around, and just like sweep kicked him. Yeah, it was amazing. Now, albeit we both didn't know the villain, I knew Mr. Negative existed, but he's a very, very minor character, at least in most animation stuff. Yeah. So to you were just like, okay, so this was new for you.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was.
I mean, in the comics, he can play a little bigger role, but I mean, he really hasn't played that big of a role. So I was just like, who is this? And then, then I was like, oh, it's Mr. Negative.
I would have been more excited if he was playing against the Green Goblin, in all honesty.
Oh my god, instead of having the helicopter scene, have him hanging on the glider and shooting the bombs.
Yeah,
and
the glider and
that would have been amazing. Either that or an all-out fight against Venom.
Yeah.
Venom would have been amazing too, but I imagine they're going to have something for Green Goblin. Green Goblin's like a staple. Yeah. Just like the Joker was in like all the Batman games.
Yep.
Well, technically, I guess, the third Batman kind of had, like, pseudo-Joker, but...
Yeah.
But no, definitely the Spider-Man game. I don't know if they're going to change the name of it, but right now it's literally just called Marvel Spider-Man.
Yeah.
If you liked the Arkham series, I want to say Arkham Knight like 3 times in a row. If you like the Arkham series, I think you're absolutely going to love the Spider-Man. And if you absolutely love Spider-Man like she did, I figured it out that it was Spider-Man first from just a little bit of the music. But once I figured out Spider-Man, her eyes were twinkling. She was like, I'm gone. This is mine. Bugger off. So, yes, definitely something to look forward to. So we're almost done. We're not going to do the Nintendo conference. Just because really it was like 2 games and then just like 4 hours of them trying them. I'm going to have her watch the trailers because she really wasn't around for it. I mean, who would want to, again? And we're going to throw in the Nintendo with what was the best conferences, what was bad, what not. But honestly, now, albeit I did find it not as good that they didn't really have much of a presentation, but I'm still honestly going to give this a 10.
Yeah.
It was my favorite. Just, if anything saved it for not coming out on stage and talking a lot, it was the rivers and the water. I'm sorry. When you go all out, good in my book. So, 10 and a 10 it looks like. All right. So, next time we will be back with our top 5 games of E3. Now, I'm not sure if we're each going to just go through a list and combine into a top 5, try to see which ones we both bam, or if we're going to have 2 separate lists. We'll discuss that while we're on episode break. So, until next time, remember, keep gaming, never give up, and Spider-Man, Spider-Man, look over there, the Spider-Pig.